So here's an interesting challenge, I think, for many of us. We get tapped on the shoulder by someone we really admire, someone who wants to sponsor us. They say, you would be amazing. I really want to sponsor you in your career because I think you could be the next vice president or the next chief, whatever, chief XO. How do we know we're ready or not? So on the one hand, it could just be in our head and we say, gosh, this person believes in me. I should trust them, trust their instincts and go wherever they think I should go. Or there could also be that side of us that says, I just got in this role or I just got in the business. I really need a little more time. I don't want to damage my brand by making a misstep. I think that's everyone's fear. I'm going to make a miss. I'm going to get into this role. I'm going to fail. And then no one's going to give me another opportunity. What do we do in that situation when we've been presented this chance?
I mean, for me, I think what I coach people on is kind of leveraging their intuition and their gut a bit, right? So if you haven't been in a role very long and you feel like there's a lot more that you want to learn or that you can gain from that role and that it will really help you move to that next role at some point, I think you have to say, I feel like this is a great opportunity. I'm so excited about it, but I'm learning so much in this role I'm in. I think it's not the fear of taking that role. It's the fear sometimes of saying no, right? To say no to someone else who really sees great things for you. And I just never felt like I had the ability to say no. I thought that was going to be some little black mark next to my name, that if I said no to something, they would never ask me again. And I realized over time that if I didn't have the passion for that role or I wasn't feeling like I was ready, then I wasn't going to do the best job. And so I think you also have to just check in with yourself and say, can I see myself in that role? I know they see me in that, but can I see myself in that? Can I see myself really stretching myself? And I think you just know, honestly, that you can step into something and do something bigger. It doesn't mean you're not going to have some challenges. It doesn't mean you're not going to need help. But I think the more that you trust yourself, and that was something I didn't do early enough, trusting yourself kind of gives you that indication, right? Whether you're ready to do something bigger and that you're ready for it.
And I think to that point, talking about asking for help, it's okay to accept a new opportunity like that and then come back and say, I would love to talk about what support I might be able to get as I make this transition. I've got several clients right now that I know that for lots of reasons, many really very good reasons, they've been promoted kind of beyond their years. So they've gotten great opportunities that came early. And they've been quick to say, what kind of support can I get? Because this is I've jumped over a step and I want to make sure that I'm set up well for success here. And the company's been very encouraging of that.
That's a great thing. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that get put sometimes in my company that happened and they were definitely not ready and they didn't even know to ask for support. And so they just struggled, internally to try to work it out and try to appear like everything was great. But internally they were struggling a lot and it caused them a lot of problems. So I love that people ask for the support and ask for it up front before you even get into the role.
Yeah. So I want to pivot a little bit into remote work. What can we be doing since so much of our work today is hybrid? I mean, everyone I talk to has got some version of this in the office, out of the office. And it becomes a challenge to get that face time because often visibility was literally that. I saw her in the meeting. I saw her in the hallway or opening, came up and she was the first person I thought of because I happened to bump into her the day before. What strategies do you have for us that might help us with visibility when we are working remotely?
So the one that I really like the most is trying to use meetings to your advantage. So if you're in a meeting with someone or a group of people and you haven't met with them one-on-one for a while, try to use that as a way to say, I haven't met with them in 6 months or something. Let me put some time on the calendar to meet because you've just been in a meeting together. You can leverage that. Hey, I saw you in that meeting and I realized we haven't connected in a while. Let's get back together. Or if there's people in the meeting that you've never met and they don't know you and you don't really know them, that's an opportunity to get in front of them. So that's a good way to at least have a guide of people that you can connect with. But this is about intention at this point in the world we're in now. You can't walk down the hall anymore. You can't go to the coffee station anymore. You have to find ways intentionally to meet with people. And I think the biggest excuse most people give me is, well, they're so busy. They don't have time to meet with me. I said, have you asked them? Have you actually reached out to them and said, hey, I'd love to have 15 minutes on your calendar or a half hour on your calendar and talk to you about blah, blah, blah. Because I think what we don't always think about is what value can we bring to those conversations? It's not just about you getting in front of them. It's also about the value that you can provide to them and vice versa. Because at some point you might need those people to help you. You might need them to help you move a project forward or to help someone in your team move to their team. So this is about influencing and conversations in a bigger way and really taking that intentional time to connect with them.